Alright, well, I'm all set, so I'm going to cut the timer a little short and just get started here. I realized I had a ton of mini winding I needed to do, so I figured, why not do it on camera? If you see me look off to your right, that's because I'm checking OBS. I'm looking at the computer screen, but I got the winding here, I got the skeins I'm going to be working on, the winder, and then over here, below my thing, is where I'll be putting the finished minis once I've wound them. I have the current yarn base and the current color on the screen over here down below, as you can see. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. I have music playing in the background. If it's too loud, let me know. The levels for me are different than what the levels will be for you. So just, let me know what's going on. If it's an okay level, and I'm just gonna get started. So, if you guys have any questions about business, as in 100 Ravens, or yarn, or dyeing, or what exactly I'm doing and why I'm doing it, feel free to ask. I will say, when the thing's spinning and I'm counting, I won't respond right away, but I am monitoring chat and I can see what you guys type to me. See, and I just realized I should have tilted this camera down just a little bit more, but I think it's okay the way it is that I have a table in front of me here, the table that you guys can see over here, and on it I have taped on the underside a chopstick that I'm going to be using to fold the minis in half once I've twisted them up. There's lots of repetitive counting in this, but not too bad. I find it interesting to do. Actually, I'm going to switch which side. My screen, these are on because I realized in OBS these were not in a great place, so you can go there, you can come over here, you can go over there. No, I didn't want to completely cover you up, thank you very much. I want to be able to see both of you, thank you. Actually, yeah, how about I just cover you up because I don't need to see that. Yeah, there we go. Ta-da! Lamenting that Hossein is in wool. Oh, sorry. Yeah, unfortunately, the new base Orania, which I actually have a mini set of here. Not the Halloween mini set, but a mini set. And it's in wool. Yeah, most of our stuff is, unfortunately. I know that for some people that's a problem. I think everything we have has wool. Well, I think Sekhmet is baby alpaca, silk, and linen. So it doesn't have wool, but it's still like an animal fiber, if that's what the issue is. But yeah, all of our sets have wool. Oh, yay! Well, I'm glad you found a yarn of ours that you like, so I'm glad that you at least enjoy that. Part of the reason why we dye so much wool is that it's so easy to dye. Like cotton and stuff is a lot trickier, so. Yeah, we do our best to keep our prices, like, as affordable as possible while still, you know, covering our costs and you know, making a living. We're certainly not trying to get rich off of it, though. We're just trying to, you know, keep the lights on. Hi, Zoe. My cat just came in. What are you doing? Zoe, why are you scratching at the carpet? Oh my god, cat. So you can see over here that I've put these in two separate piles, and that's because they are two different colors of the gradient. I have two skeins of each color on here right now, so that is what I do. I separate out the colors. And there goes the cat. She came in and then she left. You know, I feel like I should probably put what the space actually is, like, in case somebody doesn't know. Properties. There we go, and I'll just move that over. There we go, that's better. A little bit of on-the-fly editing there. floor's wicked creaky too. Why is my floor so creaky? Hey, Zoe. Meow. Want to say hi? Zoe, come here. Zoe. Can I pick you up? Do you want to say hi to the people online? Say hi. Yeah. Good girl. Okay, could you not rub on the mic? Yeah, what's going on? No? Yeah, I think you want down. You don't normally like being held by me, do you? Yeah. Alright, I'll put you down. His cat. His distraction. Probably angle the camera down just a smidge. So that's what I'm gonna do. There we go. That way you guys can see more of the yarn. Because that's a thing. Yes, you can sit in the seat, cat. Oh my god. She's in my desk chair and she's just like, yes, I am going to, you know, my home now. I'm just like, okay, cat, like, good job. I just realized you typed mass production there, Purple Daisy, and I'm not sure we actually count as mass production, because like we touch, when we're dyeing, our hands touch every single skein. Like, every single skein. So, I'm not quite sure we count as mass production. Like, I mean, yes, we wholesale out to shops and stuff, but we couldn't, like, you know, mass produce in, you know, hundreds and hundreds of skeins a day, like some companies do. You know, I just realized I should probably shuffle this playlist that I'm using. There's a royalty-free playlist I'm listening to on YouTube, and that's the music you guys are having, because it's like, I don't want to get copyright striked, so there is specifically playlists of royalty-free music on YouTube. Oh, hello. There we go. I still feel like that corner of the room is not lit well, but too much about it because of where I put the light in this room. But, oh well, I tried. Look, a lamp is what I need. Plugging that back in? Nope, not doing it. I have an AC up here, but like I don't want to plug it back in because that takes work. It's like, it's one of like the vent window and things, and it's like, I don't want to bother. what? I don't need these glasses on. I can read the computer screen without them. Not necessary. How's my stream health doing? Oh, pretty good. That's good. Okay, cool. Hey, I have dropped exactly 0 frames. Awesome. Not dropping frames is a good thing. A very good thing. I mean, you know, a couple of frames here and there, but like, I haven't dropped any yet, which is nice. And I only have like, I have a very small CPU load. This is what I get for having the computer I have. Fun times. I've seen my viewer number fluctuate a little bit, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask about yarn, about 100 ravens, about the color, about what I'm doing exactly. I like wish I could put like YouTube videos or something on, but like I would get seriously copyright striked for that. Like, oh, like if I could have like a video playing in the corner of like what I was watching on YouTube, you know, that'd be fun, but rather not have the copyright issues. So, if you're wondering, what I do is I get 7 minis out of each skein. So this is the 5th mini I've wound off, because of course, can I keep track of what number I'm on? No, but, you know, it gets done. I have a lot of minis to wind, so I'm like, hey, I'll just do it on camera. You guys can keep me company and ask questions and chat if you want, you know. I don't know how warm it actually is up here, but it feels like it's pretty warm. I mean, I'm basically in a finished attic, so it's never going to be great. Cat has now made herself comfy in my desk chair, on top of my cushion. Like normally when I wind, like if I'm not doing it on stream, I'll have like YouTube videos on. Like there's a series I've been watching where it's guys basically doing like Pokemon runs, but like with only one Pokemon essentially. Like, you know, like can you beat Pokemon Red or Blue with just a Squirtle, or with just a Pikachu, or with just a Ditto, or you know. I find them really interesting. But I'm not sure, you know, for copyright reasons, if I could actually, like, listen to that on stream, so I'm not. Should probably look into that, because that'd be cool. But, you know. Because, like, I know you can do reactions to videos. Because, like, here's the thing is that these are I'm recording these and I'm going to put them up on YouTube after in case, like, anybody, like, wants to watch it just out of curiosity. And so it's like, I know that you can post YouTube videos, like, reacting to other YouTube videos. So, but I don't know about, like, legality, like, on Twitch. Because that's different. So, like, I don't know. It's weird. A lot of gray areas. I don't want to get us in trouble. It's like, I'd happily risk it on my personal account, but I don't want to risk it on the business account because the business account, not, you know, my personal Twitch account, which is, I'm just kind of like, yeah, sure, fine, whatever on. Let's change that to get a little bigger. There we go. That's better. Boom. Now I can read that better at a distance. Cool. So, like, if I keep, like, pausing and going off to the side, it's because I'm still, like, adjusting settings, and every time we do, like, a live stream from home base, which is Becca's house, you know, or the woman in charge, Becca, my boss, I have to take these cameras down and take them with me. So, like, you know, every time I set back up, I gotta fiddle with the camera angles and all that stuff. So, good times. But yeah, we started doing these mini sets way before, like, mini sets were a really big thing, and we started off with the rainbow, like our rainbow as like our first one, and we did the 7 colors of the rainbow, so hence why our minis are 7, why there's 7 colors in a set, and that just kind of became our standard. You know, and so now that's what we do. We have 7 colors in each set. They're not always a gradient. This one I'm doing right now, and all the ones I'm doing tonight are technically actually gradients, but we do ones that are not gradients, like our rainbow is obviously not a gradient. Defying Gravity is not a gradient. Our Doctor Who mini set is not a gradient. You know, but like all of our information is on screen, all of our social media accounts, our website, our email, you can email us. We'll put that in the correct pile, that would be good. Yeah, I figured, hey, I haven't done a stream in a while. I should do this. Because, you know, I need to wind minis anyways. But I didn't have to wind minis for a while, so that's a thing. This is the last set off of these skeins, and if there's some left, that tends to happen. It's not an exact science. You know, it doesn't... The number of wraps here does not break down to a number of wraps here quite evenly. So, and also the skeins tend to come a little heavy from the mill, so they're not always, like, they're always usually more than 100 grams, so it's really hard to divide them evenly. We just guarantee a minimum of 100 grams when you get a set. And this set is on our website. Some of the sets we do are exclusive to webs, and some of them aren't, so I was just double checking whether this one was or wasn't, and it isn't. This one is very much one that we have on our site. This is Oceanus. Oh, we went to pages now. Okay, that works. We updated that. All right, cool. Sorry, I actually went to our site for a sec because reasons. There we go, back to that. What we do is with these leftovers is we wind them up into little balls and we sell them in our popper bags. Normally it shows, but we're thinking about putting them online. If you'd be interested in like these little bits of leftovers, you know, I know some people like, you know, there's a few grams here, so like if you're doing like a mitered square blanket or something, it might be good for that, but not sure about, you know, what else they might be good for, but hey, if you got a use for them, you know, let us know and we'll list the poppers online. Because we end up with them in a lot of different yarn bases at least, because we've been doing minis out of, let's see, we have Yaksha, Yakos, which is what I'm doing right now, Acer, and then I've also done, over the summer, I've done Lear and Patos as well, so. So that's one color done. More rearranging here on my thing, because I am actually going to make this a little bit bigger. Y'all can see it. See? There you go. Come on. There we go. Making sure it's lined up again. There we go. Boom. I can see the color better. So you can see how there's two different shades here. Right? So we do it by shade. And so have more here. I look like all stuffed under the table here. These reasons. But yeah, if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask.
I'm trying to find a new way where the sun's shining down on my face. I'm running away. You're in a toxic relationship.
So I always like make sure I figure out which direction the ends are pointing in. So they have to go on here a certain way. Make sure we get them right. You see me like pulling out the skeins like this. What I'm doing really is flattening them out so I can see the ties easily, so that I can make sure that there aren't any strands that have been pulled in the wrong direction. Because you know, sometimes when they're in the dye pot, they can get a little messed up, and so I just make sure that everything is going in the right direction and facing the correct way. And with the ties, you can see you can make a skein pretty flat, you know, if you pull it out. So I just make sure that everything is the way it's supposed to be. Figure out which end is on the outside, and then put it on the winder. Put it on the thing, Swift. Knitting, color like that. Oh yeah, I'm happy to. And if you have any like questions specifically about what I'm doing, you know, feel free to ask. I'm happy to answer questions if I don't think of something. But yeah, flattening the skeins, you know, like when you put them on like you're gonna put them on a Swift so you can wind them yourself, you know. But yes, glad you're finding my explanation useful. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. There we go. And you know, and so I always I also like line up the ties that have the ends on the top so that I know where they are, and then I cut all the other ties before I cut those so that, you know, I know where they are and they don't cause a mess. I do 4 at a time, so when I'm doing these sets, that means I do 2 colors at a time. When I'm doing, we call these double sets, we have 2 skeins of each color, we call them doubles. And so when I'm doing a double set, it's 2 colors. When I'm doing a single set, it's 4 colors and then 3 colors because there's 7 skeins in the set. So I do 4 and 3. Then I always make sure, you know, to find the end so I have it, and I pull it off to the side so that I know where it is and I can find it again. So once I get all of these cut, I have a bin on the table I'm putting them in that you guys can't see. There's hooks on this one. There's little eyelets down in the base of it, and so I take the strand and I pull it through the eyelet and then up and onto, there's a piece of Velcro on one bar of this one, which is the motorized Swift, and I Velcro the yarn to it, and that's what holds it in place when I start it rotating, is the Velcro. Which actually I had to replace a few months ago because the Velcro was really old. And there was a lot of little itty bitty fibers stuck in it. And so, yeah, it needed new Velcro. At least Velcro's cheap, you know? And then I have a speed control down here, and so that's how I do it. Yes, I'm glad that you find me explaining things useful. Yeah, so it's not like as complicated as people think. I mean, some dyers get mini skeins pre-made from the mill. Our mill actually provides them in 20-gram increments, but our minis work out to actually about, for Iyakos, which is the space, about 14 grams, because you split it by 7, whereas you split it by 20, that's 5 minis are equivalent to a skein, as opposed to 7 minis equivalent to a skein. But we started doing this years before, you know, the pre-made minis were available from the mill, so this is what we still do, because we haven't bothered to change any of our recipes or anything, so. When I first brought these winders home when the pandemic started, so that I wasn't going over Becca's house to do this, which is what I had been doing prior to like March, he was like, you know, I could build like an automatic counter thing that would just stop it. And I'm like, well, I appreciate that, and that would actually be really cool from like an engineering standpoint. Unfortunately, the yarn is sometimes tangled, and I need to be able to stop it at a moment's notice so that I can keep the yarn from snapping under tension. And if it was just some completely automated thing, I have a feeling that it would actually, in some ways, cause more problems. Also, every base we do has a different number of turns on the winder to make the minis. So like, you have to be able to change the number of wraps, you know. But he's a mechanical engineer, so like. Yeah, I'm counting rotations. On this Swift, it did come with like a clicker that counts the number of turns, but I actually can't see it through the arms of the thing, so I'm actually just counting the clicks I hear. They might be getting picked up on the mic, they might not be. I'm not 100% certain how loud they are to you guys watching, but I can hear them even through the headphones. And so that's why I stop talking when it's rotating, because I'm counting in my head. But because this is set to a specific size, I know how many rotations each bass is. Actually have it all written down on like a cheat sheet, because I wouldn't actually remember it all off the top of my head. Like when I was still winding over at Becca's house, we actually had a post-it like taped to the wall where these were, so I could see the numbers. Because it's like, okay, let's see. Yakos, Yaksha, Acer, Lear, Pados, and I'm going to be doing Orion. That's 6. I'd have to remember 6 different numbers, so I just have it all written down. But yeah, what it boils down to is I'm counting rotations. And different yarn bases have that different number of rotations, because the total skeins are different sizes in terms of yardage. Not in terms of weight, but because they're all 100 gram skeins, but in terms of the yardage. Like this yarn, Iacos, is 400 yards to 100 grams. Pados, which is our sock yarn, it's a 75-25 superwash merino nylon. That's 463 yards to 100 grams, so, you know, obviously the number of rotations would change. So we do it by yardage, not by weight. And it also boils down so that each of these minis is about 55 yards. At the number I do on the Swift. And I'm also counting, like when I twist these up, I'm also counting the number of rotations I put in them so that they're consistent, right? So I count how many times I twist these up too. And then the chopstick taped to the underside of the table that you can't see is what allows me to fold them in half when they come off. And I just have to make them look, you know, a little cleaner, but they're nicely folded in half for me. So that's good. Let's see. Sorry, just looking at my stats on. Yeah, I mean, if anybody else has any other questions, I'm happy to answer as well, best as I can. What does that symbol mean? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. It's one of those things. I still don't know what all the, like, mod symbols in the chat mean. I'm just like, ah. I'm used to watching Twitch, not being on Twitch, if that makes sense. Though I do have my own channel that is usually like me screwing around with Pokemon or Breath of the Wild or something, but I've also done some drawing on stream, I think. No, did I do drawing? No, I did some photo editing once. And that's the thing also that happens sometimes is the drive band comes off. So that's always fun. Yay. It's always a pain in the fuckus to fix. And for some reason, you know, and it's no rhyme or reason to it popping off, it just decides every once in a while that, hey, I hate you now, so. I think we need a new one. I think this one's actually a little too loose, but. Roughly all the same spot, but I lost count now, so I have to recount my rotations. Because, yes, are you separate now? Yes, maybe, yes. Okay. That's settled. Oh, dear. Okay. It's always fun. There we go. Now that's straightened out. It's easier to just unwind it a little bit. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Okay, I know where I'm at. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Could have been worse. I've had yarn get tangled up in it, so that's a thing that can happen, which is never fun. Okay, nope, no messages I need to take care of. Awesome. Turning it again, cut them off, because that's the thing. Sometimes I do that. I'll like skip a step and like then I stop and I go, wait a sec, that's not right. And I have to go back and like make sure I'm doing the correct step. That's, you know, kind of not be good to do things out of order that much. You can really start to see the color now that there's more colors on the table here. You can see that, you know, these are slowly getting darker. And part of the reason I always turn this one back to the same point in its rotation is because for some reason when it's at this specific spot in its rotation, it's balanced and it won't move on me, whereas sometimes if I put it in another part of the circle, it won't stay there. So like, I don't know, for some reason it's balanced where it is, so I always just make sure to put it back at the balance point so it doesn't just start turning on me, which is not what I want. But yeah, there'll be lots of looking off to the side because that's where my computer is. So, you know, I'm checking messages or Twitch status in OBS, you know, how many frames, you know, skipped frames, or, you know, how much memory I've used or whatever, you know. Not doing too bad. And my stream health is good. That's what I get for running an Ethernet cord all the way up here. The cat is just so on the table, on the chair right there. Oh my god, she's adorable. And yes, I know. Cats aren't for everyone, but like, how do I do this? What? No, that's not what I wanted. It's gonna show a picture of her, but nope, not gonna work. My phone's not gonna cooperate, so the cat's being cute. The cat is being very cute. That goes over there. They're in the wrong pile. There we go. There we go. So, 3 more minis left in these 2 colors. If there are any other questions, feel free to ask. I don't mind talking about it. I mean, I can just prattle on, or I can just concentrate on what I'm doing. You know, it all depends. be doing these more often, as I do winding. We might do some from the dye studio. I don't know, we'll see. I've been thinking it might be interesting to do that. I'd have to figure out how to put the cameras in the dye room without getting them absolutely soaked, because that's not a thing you want. Wet cameras are bad. They tend to stop working when that happens. Yeah, I mean, the next time I'm, in the dye room, I might try to do something. I'm not sure. I'd have to figure out how to get the cameras like mounted in the studio so that, like, you guys could see the dye pot, but also like see what we were doing. I don't know. The dye studio is set up in a really funky way, so like I'd have to really think about camera placement. And would I want the dye pot to be the big camera, like I'm the large camera right now, and the mini's the small camera, or would I want the small camera to be the dye pot and the big camera to be like a view of the room, right? So, but it's like a concrete room in the basement at their house, so not the most conducive to filming. I can word. I swear I can English properly sometimes. Yeah, I mean, I've had people tell me before that it would be cool, and I've done it like, I'm in a Discord server, and I've done it like for people there a couple of times. It was really kind of a hack job where like cameras were not in great spots and it wasn't good audio and, just stuff like that. But, and like I wouldn't be able to use this headset like when doing it. So like, how do I do the mic? Like, should I get a wireless mic? And then I'd want like speakers so I could hear my music, or like I don't know. We'd have to figure it out. Right now I don't have a wireless mic. I mean, well, technically I do, because you can use a Bluetooth headset as a mic, but in OBS, which is the streaming program I'm using, you can't use a Bluetooth headset to both listen to audio and as a microphone. You can't use it as both a speaker and a microphone at the same time, which is like if you were on your phone you can do it, but OBS for some reason does not let you do that. Or maybe it does now. It didn't used to, but I don't know. So I'd have to look into it. Like, how do we do the mic? Because right now I've got a wired mic on. I am attached to my computer, so can't go very far. I don't know. I really like these headphones because I am a nerd that way. I bought them because I thought they were fun, not because I thought they looked professional in any way, shape, or form. But light up kitty ear headphones, always fun. Alright, so actually I need to walk away for a moment. I need to get some more water, and the kitchen is downstairs, so I will be right back. I should only be a few moments. And I'm back. There we go. I need a refill on my water, and I made sure my husband knew I was still alive. So that's the thing. Okay. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I think I'm just gonna do these 2 sets I need to do tonight. These were the 2 that... Just double checking. Thank you. Gotta double check the colors that Becca wanted. She wanted... I do not remember. I think I know which ones I'm supposed to be doing, so that's what I'm gonna do. It's the ones I think I'm supposed to be doing. Which is this set and one other set, and I think that'll be it for the stream. So it is like 8 o'clock. Oops. That's what I get for doing it late in the day and like not paying attention to what time it was. Oh, yes, YouTube, I am still listening. Yep, let's continue playing. Yes. Because I've had it on in the background for like an hour and I haven't touched it, and it's like, hey, are you still going? Yes. Yes, I am. Thank you. Like, yes, YouTube, I'm still alive. You know, it's like like if you had the same channel on for, you know, ages that day, and you haven't changed the channel on the TV, you know, the cable box would be like, are you still watching? Or like it's gonna start going into sleep mode, and you're like, no, don't. Still watching the thing. It's just a marathon. There we go. Yeah, a couple of strands in this one were not going in the right direction, so I had to get those facing the right way. Or Netflix. Yeah, it's like, come on. Like, especially like, you know, a regular TV show, if it's an hour long on television, then, you know, you're watching it, you know, without commercials, and all of a sudden it's like 40 minutes long. Do you know how many of those you could burn through in a day if they're on in the background? Dear Lord. Like, how about we just watch a whole season in a day, you know, or something, because, yeah. Or if it's a half-hour long episodes, that's really, like, you could do 2 seasons in a day, like... Because, like, I'll just leave stuff on in the background, right? I will just find a playlist or a TV show, you know, that has a lot of episodes, and just, it's background. I use it like the radio, you know? But I only use stuff I've already watched, like it's the radio. Stuff that I'm watching for the first time, I will, in fact, you know, like, actively watch at a slower pace. But, you know, there's some stuff that I'll just put on. It makes really good background noise for me. Sometimes I will put just music on, but sometimes I need the additional visual stimuli. There we go. Make sure those are all lined up. Yes, they are. Okay. Netflix needs to stop, like... Like, honestly, like, I was binge watching before it was cool. Like, before Netflix, because, like... I was that weeb in high school that, you know, watched anime and all that jazz, and so, like, you know, I'd find a new series and I would just watch all of the episodes. I mean, granted, okay, it took a lot longer to binge watch something when I was in high school, because we didn't have DSL when I was in high school. We still had, well, no, we had DSL, but it was like really slow DSL, like one step above dial-up DSL, so it wasn't like I could binge watch stuff quickly. I had to basically like let stuff load fully, like completely load, and then watch it, so I had to wait between each episode. But I could still burn through quite a few in a day. And like, I'm trying to watch anything on actual dial-up. Oh, dear Lord. I might have tried that a few times. Like, just open the tab and then pause it and then walk away for like an hour. Then come back and watch it. My mom actually, because my mom worked in the tech industry when I was a kid, she actually, her work paid for a second phone line so that we could be on the internet and still get phone calls. So we had 2 phone lines when I was a kid, and yeah, so that's how I could, walk away from the computer for an hour and let something load. Well, she worked for a tech company, and so like if I was sick at home or something, they wanted her to be able to dial in, but like also be able to call her and talk to her. So they paid for us to have a second phone line. And that was all throughout. I mean, when the .com crash happened, she lost that job, but, it was nice while it lasted. And it also meant that I had my own computer, because they would just let employees take home old towers. So I had my own desktop computer at like 7 years old, which was 1995, 1994, like, yeah. I think it was a Windows 3.1 tower. Yeah, I think so. No, I got a Windows 95. Mom had the 3.1 tower. But yeah. Yeah, I've had a computer a very long time. A very long time. Also means that like I have a bit more experience than other people who are actually the same age as me with computers, because not a lot of kids I knew growing up had a computer at home until at least the year 2000, which was junior high. So when I was a kid, no dial-up. I mean, I'm in my early 30s, so but yeah, I mean, a lot of my classmates at school didn't have home computers until the early 2000s. Having a home computer, having even more than one home computer, which we had more than one, in the 90s was weird. But I guess, if you worked in IT or tech, then it wasn't unusual, but my mom worked at Digital, if that rings any bells. My mom worked at Digital. So, and they treated their employees really well, so. But that's, part of the reason why I know so much about computers. Because I've just had that much more experience with them, And my mom taught me how to troubleshoot and try to fix my own problems and all of that stuff. Because, she would troubleshoot her own problems when she was working from home or using her home computer. And so I just, picked up on all of that stuff. I mean, I don't know enough to, work in IT today, but I know enough that if I have a problem and I'm coming to somebody with it, it means it's really a problem. Because, it means that my Google foo and my troubleshooting has failed me. I know that, I wasn't required to turn in, typed papers until, 9th grade? So that would be, 2002, 2003. That's when I was started, So when I was still working my office job, we contracted with a local, IT company to be, our help desk, and in the 3 years I was there, the guy learned that when I contacted him, it meant that this was a problem he had to actually think about. Because, I could reset the routers, I could reinstall a printer. Hell, I even reinstalled the operating system on my work computer. Spoiler, we had no security on those things beyond like your Windows user password, because we just were using them like a home computer, but because small, non-profit, less than 10 employees, we didn't have the budget for maintaining a real IT department. So, at one point a Windows update just borked the entire machine. I had to do a complete reset of the computer, like reinstall the OS, like burn boot disk and then use that, I had to do all of that. But I know how to do it, so I didn't have to call the IT guy. So when I called him, he knew it was a problem. Or it was like a problem with a system I didn't have access to. Like a couple of times we had network issues and I didn't have the login information, so I couldn't access, the settings and stuff to fix the problem. Or for our phone system, for all of the extensions and the voicemail messages and stuff, I didn't have the login info for that system, so I couldn't fix that, so sometimes it was I just didn't have the access, but anything I had access to, I tended to just fix it myself because it was easier and quicker. But sometimes, which, I did kind of leave them in a little bit of a tight spot when I left, so I did email the guy and I said, hey, I'm leaving this job at this date. I'm going to expect you to get a rise in calls from us because I'm not going to be here anymore to fix most of the things. Because, that's a thing. What is flashing at me on my screen? Oh, it's just, okay.
Redressed.
What? Why? Autoplay is the worst. Why you do the thing? And now it's like, sorry, it's just being silly. Come on, let me do the thing. Yes, please, thank you. See the thing? Thank you, sorry, gotta love when stuff is yelling at you. Fun times. That's what I wanted to see, thank you. Yes? We good? We good, computer? Are you gonna stop complaining? Thank you? Okay, hopefully. Should be good. Okay, I don't even know what's going on anymore. Well, fine, screw you. Sorry, it was just, I had stuff yelling at me and not actually a problem, it's just me being annoyed. like that, but okay. It is what it is, fine. Fudging with settings, that's my problem, is that I keep, need to stop fiddling. Bad habit to just, try to make it, as perfect as possible, when it'll, never be, actually perfect, but, it is what it is. I ended up moving the table that all of this is on a little farther that way because it was more this way before, and the whole reason I did that was because if I took a step back from the table, I kept hitting the cat ears on the ceiling. So I'm like, okay, I need to, make sure I'm not doing that on the regular. You guys can really see the gradient now on the table. Actually, it looks pretty good, actually. I thought it looks a little dark, but I guess not now that it's more there. So that's pretty good. I think the gradient looks good. Gradient.
Everybody's climbing, trying to get to the show. Life is money, and you're just a hoe.
If you guys have, any other questions, feel free to ask.
I'm talking about
I tend to just ramble about whatever's in my head, but if you guys want to actually ask me questions and instead of just listening to me just spout off whatever's rolling through my brain, I can do that.
it feels so good, like a sugar sweet kiss, skin soft and smooth. I'm talking about my knee. I'm talking about my knee. Everybody's driving all the way to nowhere. No time left, we're dying. And then they might care. Don't take it personal. I'm talking about me too. What else should
Aw, yeah, I've had kitties get upset about being away before. Though in my case, they normally just end up mad that we were gone and ignore us for a few days, but,
But I gotta admit,
But I get it, it's fine. I mean, you don't have to be here, responding to everything I say, and according to Twitch, you're not the only person here either, so, if anybody else wants to ask me a question, you can too.
it's so
But yeah, you don't need to apologize for dealing with, your pets or whatever. I'm not offended at all.
talking about my knee. I'm talking about my knee. You know you like it too. You know
My cat, one of my cats is just kind of chilling on my desk chair, but, nails are such a mess. Sorry, I said that because they were getting caught on the yarn a little bit. Like, you know, some fibers were catching, and so it's just like, okay, could you not do that? But no, don't apologize for being away. Like, it's fine. I promise it's okay. I've had them just, like, you know, sulk. And, like, one of them only likes me if my husband's not available to pet her, because she adores him, and I'm, you know, way, way down the list. Yeah, I have a nail file on my desk where I would actually have to take the headphones off and walk all the way around this table to the other side of my desk to get it. But, you know, I was able to just kind of pick off the little loose, jaggedy bits, so it's fine. Not really that much of a problem. My nails are basically a mess because I transplanted a bush this week, and I, you know, even though I was wearing work gloves, I basically just ruined my nails. Like, broke them, bent them, like I'd had a good number of them like grown out beyond the tips of my fingers. Not anymore, I had to file them all back, and they're still a little not happy about it, so. Fortunately, it's a risk in this industry, because like, when I'm dyeing, like if my hand hits the bottom of the dye pot, forget it, I'll break a nail, you know, so. It's not easy to have long nails when you're doing stuff sometimes. Just realized how like loud the mic was. I'm sorry. Like, you're probably hearing like every little pop of my voice. Probably not the greatest sound in the world. Thing. No. Come on. Where's the... Oh yeah, you're still going, but I'm not enjoying this song. So let's go to the next one, because this one's like quiet and too low for me. So how about not? We do this one instead. One more mini, these two colors left after this. So then label them, drop them in the bag behind me, which is where I've been tossing the rings as I take the yarn off the rings. Tossing in there. Oh, the rings. We use these rings. It's like, these are basically just like shower curtain rings, right? You know? Because it helps keep the skeins organized when they're in the dye bath. When I say organized, I mean like we put it around the skeins so that we can always find the center, you know, so that's what we do. That's what we use them for. So when I do all of this, I have to take them off the ring. So I just toss the rings in whatever bag it's going to go back to Becca in. So yeah, we try to prevent, you know, really bad tangles, because that's a thing that can happen. It's like when you're, you know, pulling a skein in and out of a pot and swishing it around, it can get really messed up. So we try to prevent that on some level. Some skeins get messed up anyways, but... And there's some yarn bases that are better at not getting messed up than others. I don't know. Sometimes it depends on the yarn itself, you know. There we go, okay. There we go. So I used to actually not be the one twisting up and labeling the minis. I would just wind them. But once the pandemic started, I was like, Becca, do you want me to actually like twist them up and label them at my house before I take them back to you? Because that'll save you, you know, some work. Because Becca's mom had been doing it, but then Becca's mom went to her cabin up north where, you know, she was kind of out of the danger zone. And so I ended up doing it myself. So now I lay them out all like this. I twist them up as I go, lay them all out, do all the colors for a set, bundle it, and then do the next set. Because like this next, when I put the next skeins on, I'm only going to be putting one color on instead of the two colors I've been doing, because I want to finish this set and we have an odd number of colors. But whereas before, like I would put the first color of the next set on two and wind all four skeins at once, but because, you know, I only have so much table space for the minis, I don't do that anymore. So I mean, it means it takes a little longer because I'm not doing as many skeins all at once, but in terms of like keeping things organized for labeling and such, it's easier. Finger popped out and I have to retwist this again. What happened? Oh, that's what happened. Haha, that's a thing. Of course it is. Okay. It's like I try not to let these get tangled too much when I pull them off, because I know these are gonna, you know, get wound into poppers. So, oh, hello. That would be a thing though. That one got twisted around. There we go. Okay. I try not to, you know, let them get tangled up too much. I'm on the last color of this set. This is the darkest. And so this color actually, usually in these gradient sets, this darkest color is usually the true color, like if you were to buy a full skein of this color. So you can see how much darker it is compared to the first color in the set. And so this is what Oceanus would look like. And if like these are effectively full skeins of the proper Oceanus colorway. but we just did the lighter gradient. Or, well, actually, I think these might be a little dark. It might be like this color. But, it's basically, you know, for these single color gradients, it's usually the darkest or the second darkest color in the set is like the true color. Like, so if you were to get just a full skein of it, that's what it would look like from us. So, though I did have some Oceanus go wrong over the last weekend when I was there and I was dying. Oh, that blew out the camera. Wow, I'm just looking at the yarn cam down here, and it's like, oh wow, that blew out the camera. Talk about white balance issues. Whoopsies. It's like, and even like some of the 2-color gradients, that's like the one I'm going to be doing after this one, which is going to be my second one for the night, and then that's going to be it, because I'd like to go to bed before 10 o'clock. But if I can get the other one done by then, that would be good. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my ceiling is not the best painted thing in the world. I am in a finished attic, hence why the ceiling is right here. But yeah, it will, you know, we have really saturated colors, so I'm honestly not surprised it blew out the camera. Like, you know, it blew out this one over here, so do that, it might rebalance a little bit. Yeah, I basically have them set to auto, which sometimes is good, sometimes isn't, but when I was setting this up tonight, it was kind of spur of the moment, the fact that I was doing this stream, so I'm like, you know what, it is what it is, I'm just gonna leave these on auto, because, yeah. I'm not gonna try to get the, you know, balance completely right. I'm not sure I can, well, especially because, like, the lighting in here is really bad. I have floor lamp over there, another, like, table lamp over there, I have an LED, like, bar on the ceiling there. I have, you can't really see them, but I have a strip of, like, LEDs taped to my ceiling. And then I have another light that I've jerry-rigged to, like, point at the table to help light the minis. And, like, it's not a good lighting situation at all. Like, the exact opposite of what you'd want. You know, you'd want space to let the light diffuse a bit and spread out. And I have none of that because my ceiling is literally, like, you know, my ceiling is like that far above my head, which is like 4 inches. It's like 5'8", like the ceiling is like 5'8". It's not. Yeah. Well, this has no built-in lighting. I have had to bring in all the lights in this room. No pot lights, no nothing. Every light in this room I had to bring in. So, yeah. That's a thing. You know, and there's only one window in this room, and it's over there, and it's dark out because it's after dark. It's past sunset, so I'm not getting any light through that window. You know, and this shadow here is being cast by my air conditioner, which is just off screen there, which is not plugged in. I need to actually, you know, do something with it. But, yeah. It's a crazy, crazy lighting situation. There we go. First one of these is done. You know, and also, like, something that doesn't help, like, the white balance on this camera over here is that, like, the lightest color, the darkest color have a huge, like, variance between them. So, once I get one of these off, I'll show you. Alright, so. Whoop, as I drop it, that's always good. So, starting darkest color, which is what I'm doing now, versus the lightest color. I mean, you know, trying to balance the two of those together in one, you know, thing is, yeah. Camera's not having a fun time.
No, kid. You and I have just become the first four-wheeled motorcycle team in history.
Honestly, I have no idea what's playing right now for music. What is this? Turbo Boost Nightcrawler music. Whatever that is.
The toy is activated.
I will say single sets go a lot faster. Like, I've been at this for, you know, nearly 2 hours, and I'm almost done this double set, you know. It takes more time, like when I'm twisting it up, as if I was just winding the minis, I could have done this a lot faster, but because I'm twisting them up and then I gotta label them and everything, you know, it does take a little bit longer.
Michael, we picked up Goliath on the scanner. Good. Easy for you to say. They got Bergstrom, kid. Goliath's our last chance to stop them. Or their last chance to stop us.
Here we go.
The toy is activated.
Also, like, because I'm standing. Excuse me. When I drank some of the water, some of it went down wrong. I'm fine, I swear. Just, might have inhaled a little bit of water. But yeah, like, you know, because I'm standing the whole time, like, I need to make sure I've got, like, good shoes and good insoles and stuff, too.
The toy is activated, Michael.
Well, that sounded like a sampling from Knight Rider. That sounded like Kit. Actually used to watch Knight Rider. Well, it was in syndication. I didn't watch it when it was new, because I wasn't alive for some of it, but yeah. Honestly, this isn't too much of an arm workout. I know it looks like it, but not really, because I'm not turning the winder myself, you know, and it's more wrist work than anything to twist these up. Dyeing, though, that's an arm workout, because we'll do 2 or 4 or even 6, 8 skeins at a time, and full skeins, when they're absolutely saturated with water, when you pull them out of the pot, half of the water will come with them and then slowly drain off, so you're also pulling all of that weight of water. So really, it's the yarn dyeing that's the good arm workout. This one, not so much. It's a lot of wrist movement because I'm twisting the minis. There's actually not that much arm workout. Zoe, what are you doing on my desk? Oh, she's going in the window because I have the window open. Because of course she is. Really, Cat? Really, Zoe? Like when I twist the minis up, there you go, Cat. I actually don't put that much tension on them, like just enough to keep them straightish so that they don't twist up before I'm ready for them to do that. But it's not actually a lot of. Also, I need the dexterity, but it's not, you know, a huge workout. like I said, dyeing because wet yarn is heavy. But like this, I'm not putting a huge amount of tension on this, you know, just enough to keep it from sagging, really. And then I just twist it, you know. So it's more wrist work than anything, really. My wrist gets tired after a while because despite being a lefty, I do the twisting with my right. I don't know why. So, you know, I'm doing it with my non-dominant hand, which means it gets tired faster. Like, it doesn't seem right when I do it with my left. I don't know why. It's weird. And it doesn't take much force to stop these either, so it's not like I'm even like fighting it. Like, this motor is so weak that I can stop it with my hands. You know, it's not like I'm fighting the motor. I can easily outlast the motor, so I don't know. I guess it probably looks more difficult than it is. It's more tedious than anything. I've had people ask me how I can stand here and just count to the same number over and over and over again. Honestly, I find it a little soothing. Like, I don't know, I get into a zone and I just go. I mean, what's 14 times 7? That's how many mini skins I have to wind. Like, it's a lot. Let's see. Where's my calculator? Come on. So, I mean, a full double set of mini skeins, if I get 7 mini skeins out of each of the skeins, it's like 98 minis I have to wind for a set, so. This one kind of sounds like swing music. My husband's fond of a genre called electro swing, which is actually really nice. Like, it's really fun to listen to. This is called Swing Rabbit Swing, so I guess it is supposed to be swing, maybe, possibly. But yeah. One more time and I'm done this set. Then I just need to label them. Which I've already pre-printed all the labels and stuff I need, so I don't need to do that. Well, here, I pre-printed them earlier today because I knew I'd be winding minis tonight. There we go. Also, apparently, like, I do this really fast compared to anyone else who, like, used to wind minis for Becca, so that's why I do it. Partly because I don't mind doing it, and partly because I do it pretty fast. So I think at the next set I'm only going to do 7s, even though it's a double set. I only need to get 7s to Becca, so I think what I'm going to do is actually just only do the 7s so that I can go to bed a little earlier. Because, you know, it's 9 o'clock. There we go. That is a full double set of Oceanus. On the table there, you can see it in my little secondary cam, them all laid out. I have the labels here. So what we do is we print the labels on these square labels, right? And then have a whole bunch of, I print these and then I have to cut them into the strips, but the bands, so it's the bands that hold the mini sets together. So, see, gradient set. Then what I do is gather them all up together. But what I do is before that, I pre-stick all the bands so that I have them ready to go. So I stick colorway name on the band so that I can close it easily once, yes, you can get back at the window if you want, so. Yes, I know there's cords there. It's my computer brick. Yes, that's a power brick. Yes, it's yarn. You know what that smells like. There's plenty of that in this house. And, like, not just because I work for a yarn business, but all those bins, these bins behind me are all my personal stash, so there's plenty of yarn in this house. She for sure knows what yarn is, and what it smells like. Because there is plenty of it around here. So.
See the sun goes down, driving like
She's like now circling the room, and it's like, come on, cat. Don't be trouble. I know you guys can't see her, but yeah, what are you doing? Zoe. Okay, good. You're gonna sit on that thing. You can sit on that thing. You can see her head right there. There she is. You know, my cats don't really care about the yarn itself very much. I mean, she was sniffing the stuff on the floor because it's in a bag. It's in like one of those giant IKEA bags on the floor. But like, if I'm knitting with it, she like doesn't care. What she does like, and this has cost me, I've had to like pay to replace needles, is my preferred type of knitting needle. My preferred brand is ChiaoGoo's. I very much like ChiaoGoo's as a brand personally for knitting needles. And that little stinker right there, she likes to chew on the cables. And like the cables are coated, and so it's just like, could you not? Because like it's $10 a piece to replace these needles. Like, please stop chewing on them. Oh my god, cat. So what I do is I gather, when I'm bundling them up, I gather one of each of the colors in the set, put them together. Yeah, the red cables, the ChiaoGoo, like the red lace. And she likes to chew on those cables, which means it's a little pricey to replace them sometimes because I'm just like, ugh. So like if I leave a project somewhere, I have to make sure the cables are either under the yarn or in the bag or something, because she doesn't care about the yarn itself. She only likes the cables, and I'm like, why? Like, why? Oh, dang it. Zoe, get down from there. You're not supposed to be. No, down. Down. She knows she jumped up where she wasn't supposed to. I was hoping I wouldn't notice. Yeah, so I gather up one of each color from the set, bundle them together with the band. There you go. That's a mini set. That's how we do it. And the sticker that says the color is what holds it shut. Vodka. Actually, you know what? I think once I label these, I'm going to call it for the night. My lower back is just from standing for a while, so I think once I'm done labeling these, that's going to be it for tonight. But, you know, I can finish the stuff I need to get done. I can finish in the morning real quick, so I might not do it on stream. I might just do it like to get it done, but not too bad really. Because I only need to do a single set of it. That's not too bad. Problem is that I have this cord attached to my head, and I keep trying not to get the stickers on it, because, you know, that's the thing. Don't attach the yarn labels to my headphone cable. Struggle of the day. An intended struggle of the day. And, you know, when they stick to each other, that's fun too. Not. There we go. I have to meet someone tomorrow to give them yarn for a trunk show, and I just messaged Becca because I'm like, hey, when do you want me to meet them tomorrow, or when do they want us to meet them? Like, when do I have to be there? Especially because, like, the town I'm meeting them at, Massachusetts, is 2 hours from here? Yeah, about 2 hours from here. So that's a thing. Like, I need to plan, because I have to go from here to Becca's house to get the stuff for the trunk show, because I don't have it here. The only yarn I have here is the stuff for the minis. And then I have to go to Sturbridge, so it's like, yeah. No, it's not, because it's, you know, I have to drive 40 minutes, well, between 30 and 40 minutes, depending on traffic, between my house and where Becca lives, where 100 Ravens is based, the town where 100 Ravens is based. And I'll go out there, you know, half hours to 40 minutes is not a bad commute, so I'll go out there regularly. But in the morning I have to leave here, where I live, which is near Manchester, New Hampshire. I have to go to Brookline, New Hampshire, and then I have to drive from Brookline, New Hampshire to Sturbridge, Massachusetts. So that's like a three hours of driving total, right? Because I have to drive to Becca's and then drive to Sturbridge. And I actually have family in Sturbridge, so I do in fact know how far it is from here. Because I've been to see them, and that's just like, you know, we'll go for a holiday dinner. And yeah, so yeah, it's not exactly spirit of meeting. So I asked Becca, I'm like, when do they want to meet? And she's like, they haven't told us yet. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Well, if you hear back from them, please tell me. Because I need to know. Like, when am I gonna be meeting these people? Because, you know, I basically have to work backwards from there by, you know, 3.5 hours or so in order to build in time to go get the stuff. You know, because I don't have... Oh, I need to clean out my car too. Like, I'm the person that, like, you know, will just toss stuff in my back seat because I very rarely have passengers in my car. Problem is that if I'm going to be putting bins of yarn in my car tomorrow, I kind of need to empty out my back seat. Oops. I mean, it's not that bad. It's really just like some shawls and some books I picked up at a you know, used place, and you know, it's not a lot of stuff. It's just enough that, you know, I should actually go take care of it. But not tonight. I'm not gonna do it in the dark. I'll do it in the morning when it's not dark out. I mean, I live in a perfectly safe neighborhood. It's more, I want to be able to see what I'm doing. You know, I want to be able to see. Not worried. It's not my safety, it's my visibility that I'm worried about. So I will take care of that in the morning. There we go. Got 3 more of these sets, and then that's it. So, I'm kind of like leaning funny here because I'm attached to the computer, because headphones. Every time I like go to Sturbridge, I'm like, I should stop at my uncle's house just to say hi, but he works, so like I know he wouldn't be home. I don't think my aunt would appreciate me stopping in randomly, so. There we go. I rejiggered the cords so that I could lean over properly and do the thing without, like, getting caught. Last set, this is the last one, and then I'm gonna say goodnight because I've been at this for over 2 hours now, so. This is the last one. Right, so mini set. All bundled up, all nice and pretty. We do. We do our Yaksha sets a different way. We kind of braid those, but this is how we do these sets. Actually, we'll kind of stand up on their own. But that's it for me. That's it for this stream. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for chatting with me. Yeah, well, this is only the second one, so you've only missed one, and I actually did upload it to our YouTube if you want to watch the first one. If you give us a follow or a like here, you'll get notified the next time I go live, and I'm saying myself because it probably won't be Becca, but yes, thank you for coming, thank you for chatting with me. It looks like there's some lurkers hanging around. Thank you for watching, even if you didn't interact much, and I will see you guys next time. So, have a good one. Bye!